Today I'll be talking about my IWP assignment 1. The topic will be foreign workers' employment right. Okay, so this is my table of content. The first one will be problem overview, the second one will be user analysis, the third one will be user research, the fourth one will be project management documentation. So this is my work project canvas. So the main problem that I choose to do this is foreign workers are likely not aware of employment rights and responsibilities. So moving on to our project goal is to educate foreigner workers to be aware and to stay informed of knowing their rights and responsibilities. So these are the how might we question. So moving on, this is the mind map. The statement that I chose to do is how might we educate foreigner workers on their employment rights and responsibilities along with social norms in Singapore. So this is moving on to the user analysis. Um, this is the target audience. It will be foreigner worker, mainly construction workers. So this is a user persona. His name is Muthu. He's from India. His occupation is he's a construction worker. He's hardworking. His goal is to earn enough money to support his family in India. He disliked being shortchanged or underpaid, and the lack of knowledge about his entitlement. So this is the current user journey. Muthu ended his shift that day, but his boss told him to continue working due to the lack of manpower. He agrees and continue to work. After he finished his OT shift, he went to his boss and he asked if he can claim his OT. The boss said he can't claim his OT. He went back to his dorm feeling unhappy and lost. So the ideal user journey would be that when he's heading back to his dorm, he stumbled across his friend, and then he told his friend what happened earlier on with his boss. His friend introduced him to this app where he can check his employment rights. And after he checked out the app, he has a more better understanding on his rights. He then proceed to launch a report to MOM via the app. So moving on to the user research, these are some of the interview questions. As for the survey results, as you can see, as per the pie chart, the percentage of foreigner workers that are not sure about their employment rights is more than 50%. Only 11.1 of them know what is their employment rights in Singapore. And then the question for this will be how often will your boss threaten to terminate your contract? Based by the bar chart shown, many foreigner worker employer will occasionally threaten to terminate their contract. Then the third question will be, will you download a phone app where you can know more about your employment rights? Most of them wouldn't mind having a platform which inform or educate their employment rights. So in conclusion, um, by creating an app will benefit them as they can be more well informed of their own employment rights in the event the employer is unreasonable to them. Okay, so moving on to research on foreigner worker. Many are forced to sign employment contract that contain heavy condition and even illegal clauses which essentially place them at the mercy of their employer. So once they arrive in Singapore, their passports are confiscated and they are often forced to live in what is called an appealing condition, and accessing to medical care is often reduced. Although injured workers are entitled to work-related compensation, they are often pressured by their employer to not apply. So this is the second research on foreigner worker. Such a move is not easy. It's not an easy decision for most workers. Filing a complaint against one boss can trigger repercussion. Under Singapore law, migrant migrant workers permits are tied to employer who can terminate work permit at any time. Foreigner worker typically pay agents or recruitment fees that range 3,000 or up to 15,000 to get a job in Singapore, all of which add pressure on the worker to make money once in Singapore. For that reason, many workers believe it's better to be underpaid than not paid at all. Researching on MOM, 9,000 salary related claims. 600 migrant workers sought a change of employer in the first 6 months of 2017, but only half found new jobs in Singapore. 158 employees has been prosecuted and convicted over the last 3 years for not paying wages, but the numbers is still low because the ministry favors a peacemaking approach over a harsh one in resolving salary claims to maintain its business-friendly reputation. So it's harder for them to prosecute employers even when there is evidence that they are deliberating undermining the system and cheating workers out of their salaries. This will give employer the leeway to exploit the workers and will only cause the situation to become worse. So moving on to the competitor analysis, currently there's only one app that is catered to foreigner worker, which is called the Dorm Watch app. Its main feature is able to report broken facilities/equipment via the app with the camera. The key user experience will be that it will be easy for them to crop and rotate the photo with the app itself. As for my app idea will be an overview guide on an employment act itself, and then a feature where they can submit an application via the app. As for the key user experience, I think it will be usability and the usefulness. So moving on to the project management documentation. So this is my Gantt chart. The blue one will be the ideation phase. The pink one will be the app design phase. And then the last one, which is the green one, will be the presentation and slash submission. That is all from my slide. Thank you.